Hello, class. There's been a lot of questions about the histology assignment, so I wanted to make sure that you guys were completely understanding things since you have both a quiz as well as a practical, and this will come up in AP2. So, there are four main types of tissue. You have your epithelial, skin cells, connective, and nervous, and then finally muscle. Terms that you need to remember. The basal membrane, this is the noncellular layer that adheres to epithelial cells. You have the basal surface, which is the edge touching a basement membrane. Um, and then the apical surface, the free surface exposed to the outside or open space. So those will help you in trying to define where your cell is. Okay, I talked about epithelial. Epithelial cells, you have different types. So your simple is one layered, just one single layer. So that's the simple version of it. Stratified means multi-layered. And then of course you have your outliers, pseudostratified and transitional. For my exam and quiz, I will not ask either the pseudostratified or the transitional. What I'm hoping that you'll be able to do is tell the difference between the simple and the stratified. Okay, other thing you guys need to be able to do is pick out the basic shape of the cell. So you have your squamous, which basically looks like it's just been smushed. So if it looks like it's smushed, it's squamish. Cuboidal looks like a cube, kind of, in the microscope. And simple colmer is elongated. It looks like a rectangle, typically. But you see that it goes from the apical surface, we're going to say this is the non-stained portion of the cell, to the basal membrane. Okay. So, getting a little down and dirty, we have here is this would be the lumen or the open space. You know it's the open space because it was not able to be stained. This cell could be green, it could be blue, it could be anything. The coloration only means that it has been stained. So, first you look at it, and because we see that it is a layer of cells, and the type of cells is your epithelial. The shape, it looks kind of like a cube, so it would be cuboidal. So cell shape is cuboidal. The arrangement, this is a single layer because you have your apical surface, which is right here, or in the case of this cell, right here, and then your basal membranes. And there is a bit of open surface right here. So it is one layer of cells. The arrangement would be simple, or you can put that it has one layer. Okay, as special features. Honestly, for this, you could just put skin. Doesn't really matter as far as that is concerned. Density. Okay, so for your density, you're going to look at it. How much space is not stained? I would say this is loosely. It's a looser, so put whatever you want here as far as density is concerned. As long as you know if it's layered, what layer, and it's loosely packed. Okay, other observations. This one is for you in particular. So, however it is that you would be able to recognize it, that's what I want here. For the tissue identity, so this is the specific name. This would be simple cuboidal epithelial tissue. So, okay. The next one we have would be skeletal or striated. When you're looking at this is a skeletal muscle under the microscope. So, tissue category would be muscular. Cell shape, it is most definitely elongated because you see this is one cell right here. Okay, arrangement. This is a multi-layered type of cell. It is very densely packed because you see there's not much in the way of lumen or open surfaces. Its special feature would be that it has prominent striations. You see all these little marks. It's prominent striations, so that it can move. So, a tissue identity, you would put you could put either that it has it is a striated skeletal muscle tissue, or just skeletal muscle will be fine. Okay. So the last tissue category that I'm going to go over with you all is connective. You guys can do the nervous one on your own. And let's see. So, tissue category is most definitely connective. Tissue ID, this is an adipose cell. So, cell shape, it's more or less a pentagon. So there are typically 5 sides to it that you can see. Okay, arrangement is multicellular. There's no multicellular and random is pretty much what you're going to say here. So, as special features, this one is kind of interesting as it has a nucleus right here. So the nucleus is attached to the edge instead of in the middle. As you can see, the area in the middle was not able to really be stained. It has a slight stain to it, but not a huge one. And this is a fat storage area. And you have the plasma membrane. So, right there. Density for this one would be tightly packed. Other observations, again, whatever you would like to put there. So the tissue identity, again, is adipose. Okay, so for your assignment, I'm going to mark it complete or incomplete. I will be putting up an answer key as well, so that will most likely help. What other things? You will have next week your practical, and that is 50 questions with 2 parts per. It is worth 100 points. If you have any questions while you're studying, please let me know. Best thing to do, I always say, is to go back over your quizzes, and I will have a Kahoot up if it's not already up for you guys to study off of. And so it will be timed at 1 hour. If we were in a lab, that's how much time you would have. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, please let me know. I hope that this helped. And remember, I will be putting up an answer key. Okay. Have a great day and good luck.